Before prisons, before judges, and before the concept of guilt itself, there was a garden, a place untouched by fear and untouched by death. And within its gates lived two souls who knew only innocence until temptation arrived. Welcome to a Vale of Crime. Tonight, we travel back to the dawn of creation, to the first crime ever committed, not by malice, not by greed, but by curiosity, persuasion, and the hunger to know more than what was allowed. The Garden of Eden, a paradise built in perfect harmony. Every leaf glistened with dew, every breath was peace itself. In the heart of this sanctuary stood a single tree, the tree of knowledge of good and evil. It bore fruit unlike any other, sweet, radiant, and forbidden. Adam and Eve were warned. They had everything except the right to touch that tree. It was the only rule, the only line not to cross. But like every great crime, it began with a whisper. From the shadows, a serpent spoke, clever, smooth, persuasive. It questioned the law, turned truth into suggestion. It told Eve that the fruit would not kill her, but would open her eyes. She reached for the fruit. The skin gleamed under the sun, like something sacred. One bite, then another for Adam. The first act of disobedience, the first breach of trust between the Creator and the creation. In that instant, the world shifted. They saw what they were never meant to see. Their innocence dissolved into shame. Their nakedness became a burden. Their peace became fear. Evening fell. The garden darkened, and from the distance, footsteps echoed, the sound of judgment approaching. Adam, where are you? It wasn't a question of location, it was a demand for truth. Adam trembled. He hid among the trees, his voice cracking as he answered, I was afraid, because I was naked. The interrogation began. The finger pointing followed. Adam blamed Eve. Eve blamed the serpent, and the serpent, silent and cold, simply watched as the first case of guilt and consequences unfolded. The verdict was swift. Eden would know perfection no longer. The serpent was cursed to crawl. Eve would bear the pain of childbirth. Adam would toil endlessly for his survival, and the gates of paradise would close forever. A flaming sword was placed at the entrance, barring them from returning. The first exile, the first justice, and as they stepped into the wilderness, the world of innocence died, and the age of consequence began. Some crimes leave behind fingerprints, others, history itself. The story of Adam and Eve reminds us that even in paradise, rules are fragile, and temptation always finds a way. Thank you for stepping behind the veil with me tonight. If you enjoyed this retelling of humanity's first crime, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more stories that come from the darker side of history and faith. Until next time, stay curious, but stay careful.